Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to share with you guys this small DIY that I did for Halloween decor in my house. We are calling this the Monster Jar according to Mr. Liam. So if you're interested, just stay tuned and stick around, and I'm going to show you how I put this little guy together. The first thing that I did is I just took a mason jar that I had at my house and I spray painted it this color green, which I also already had at my house. This is one of my very favorite colors, and so I have it already on hand in my house because I've made a lot of projects with this color. The next thing I did is I just took some Dollar Tree googly eyes. As you can see here, you can get them for $125 a pack. And of course they're only $1 because you got them at Dollar Tree. And I just start taking them, start spacing them out a little bit. And then my intention was, whenever I first started doing the eyeballs on this jar, that I was just going to cover up the front to cover up the writing there that you see on the actual jar. But before I knew it, I had put every single one of these 125 googly eyes on this jar. Now, with that being said, I do have to say that 125 googly eyes on this mason jar really only wrapped around the jar about 3/4 of the way around. So if you're going to use this size jar, which I do believe is a pint, and you want to cover your entire jar up, you're going to need 2 packages of googly eyes to finish this project. Now, I already knew where mine was going to be setting as far as in my house, and I knew it was going to be setting up against a wall. So I had no need to cover the entire jar myself. But if next year rolls around and I pull this out and I decide to set him, say, in the center of a table or something like that, then I will most definitely grab another pack of googly eyes and finish out that jar. But because I stopped and started this project about 800 times due to my children, I did not go ahead and finish the jar. I just did this one package and called it good. And with that being said, I do want to say that this is plastic with a hot glue gun, so you want to make sure that you're protecting your fingers. I did have my finger protector on in the beginning, and me getting kids in and out of the bathtub seemed to make me take that off of there, and I actually finished the project without it, but I did burn my finger. And also, thank you, Lorraine, for sending these to me. I really do appreciate them, and I love them, and I use them all the time. And so, as you can see, I'm just sporadically spacing these eyeballs out, and I just keep going and going. And like I said, I was only going to do the very front of this jar, but then I kind of lost it and did it 3/4 of the way around. So really the back side is the only side that I didn't complete. And so yeah, you just glue in, and then we're gluing some more. And before you know it, there's something very therapeutic in putting these eyeballs on this jar, and I think that's the reason why I just continued gluing eyeballs everywhere. Plus, I thought it looked really cute. And so then I had hauled this little welcome sign at the beginning of the Halloween season at Dollar Tree, and it's been hanging in my dining room on a nail this whole time, and I hadn't decided what I was going to do with it. I love buying these signs because most of the time I take these apart and add them to like my wreaths and stuff. But in this instance, I was letting them hang there, and I figured I'd either use them or I wouldn't. And so whenever I decided to make the jar, I was like, well, what am I going to put in the jar as decoration? These little dowels also came from the Dollar Tree, by the way. So this project really ended up out of things that I had purchased that I didn't already have on hand, like $3 to make. And like I said, this is something that I do often. I buy these little cute little signs that Dollar Tree has, especially if they're the ones in pieces, and I will take them apart and use them for some other reason. So here we have the jar, and as you can see, I added a little bit of a bow to the top of that and added a big old spider on top of that bow just to give it a little bit more spookiness. Although it's not really that spooky, right? And here is just some filler that I also got at Dollar Tree, and I used half of it on another project, and this is just what was left over. And these dowels are kind of short, they're not really that long, so I needed to give it a little bit of lift in order for them to sit correctly in the jar, and that's why I used that filler. You could easily just use tissue paper or whatever else you want to use to give it a boost if you want to, or you can use a smaller jar, a shorter jar, totally fine too. So that's the completed project, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY as much as I did enjoy making it. I love doing little projects like this to decorate my home. So if you like these kinds of videos, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And if you are interested, I do have an entire DIY playlist, so you should go over and check it out. See you in the next video.